Hi students, in the previous chapter you have learned how the Britishers came to India and from traders they became the rulers. How they used various systems like for example permanent settlement, doctrine of lapse, claim to paramountcy, various rights for example Farman, Diwani. This gave them the right to collect revenue and interfere in our agricultural system. Not just in agriculture, but also politically interfering in our Indian politics. The 1757 Battle of Plassey showed how people came together and revolted against the British. But it was not a successful one. In the year 1857 was the second major battle which took place in India and in fact is considered as the first war of in this chapter we will highlight on the first war of India's independence which took place in the year 1857. To know more about this revolt, we need to know what were the causes, why all of a sudden people from various places came together and revolted for this common cause. So let us quickly see the causes for the revolt of 1857. We have 5 major causes, that is political cause, economic, social, religious, military, and then we have immediate cause. So let us quickly start with the first major cause, that is the political cause. First thing under political which made all the Indians to come together was that the kings, the local rulers, zamindars, landlords, they lost their authority. They lost their power. The authority what they used to enjoy under zamindari rights, the landlords, the kings which had a provincial power and authority over their provinces were now taken by the East India Company. Because they have taken over our territory, because they have practiced those systems like doctrine of lapse, permanent settlement, which gave them an authority to interfere in our army, in our Indian army, to interfere in our revenue. And therefore, there was no right given for our local leaders to collect the revenue. There was no freedom for some of the rulers to take their own independent decision. And therefore, many of them came together and decided to question the power of the British. For example, Rani Lakshmibai, she was not allowed to allow her adopted son to be the next ruler. After the death of her husband, her adopted son was not given this right. Why? Because his province was captured and taken by the British under doctrine of lapse. Nana Sahib, who was also an adopted son of Peshwa Bajirao II, he was also not given his father's pension, and therefore he was also very much disappointed and came together to fight against the British. The richest province, the province of Awadh, came under subsidiary alliance. So that means the local rulers from Awadh also came together, zamindars came together to fight against the British. To add to that situation and to make it in fact more worse, Mughal name was now to be removed from the coins. At the same time, after the death of Bahadur Shah Jafar, it was decided at that point of time, the Governor General decided that after his death, there will be no title given to the other rulers. So that means Bahadur Shah Jafar will be the last Mughal ruler. At the same time, the family of the king is to be shifted now, no more staying in the Red Fort. So they were told to go or move on to some other places, which made all the political leaders to come together and fight against the British. So thus making it politically strong to go against the British.